These government leaders represent part of a rapidly growing market of 1.5 billion Muslims, nearly half of which reside here in Asia. The challenge has been to get these countries to think about each other when it comes to economic development.
Muslim nations now have a good opportunity to achieve greater growth, but we must overcome the impediments to investing in one another's economy by making our economies attractive to all investors.
That call to action came from the president of the most populous Muslim nation and a voice on the global stage as a member of the G20. Here in Kuala Lumpur, the host city for the forum, the skyline is easily identified by the Petronas Towers, a sample of iconic branding. Leaders here want to develop a brand for the Islamic market. After all, nearly a quarter of the world's population is Muslim. 5 years into building a policy platform, the World Islamic Economic Forum wants to facilitate trade and finance from Jeddah to Jakarta and all points in between. One of the most pressing issues is shrinking the wealth gap within this Islamic market.
The top 20 countries in the organization of the Islamic Conference contribute 90% of the OIC's GDP, whilst the remaining 37 countries contribute only 10%.
The ties are strong. Trade between the Middle East and Asia on the historical spice route goes back to the 15th century. That trade was also responsible for planting the seeds of Islam in this corner of the world. This 21st century gathering is about transferring best practices and capital.
We will never thought of doing business in Indonesia, but we have started like coal mining in Indonesia, which is maybe 5 years ago we could have not done that.
Just ahead of this forum, Qatar's Prime Minister stopped in KL to ink a $10 billion agreement to develop joint energy projects and investments with Malaysia. Gulf countries are expected to earn $420 billion this year alone from oil and gas and are seeking higher returns.
Islamic funds and Muslim funds are very important source for our future development. And we start up a number of projects with some of the Gulf countries.
Beyond oil and gas, many say the next hurdle is creating global corporate leaders and common standards to represent a new type of brand with an Islamic twist. John Defterios, CNN, Kuala Lumpur.